Hi everyone, it's Lee here. Thanks for joining me. I want to show you how I made these amazing prints. They're faux eco prints, and I used a method that Louisa Heinzel showed us how to do. So firstly, you need to have photographic paper, printer paper to do this. It won't work on ordinary paper. So what I've got is a sheet of A4 paper, and I've wet an acrylic sheet, so the paper is sort of sticking to the sheet, and I've got some leaves, and I'm dropping some different inks onto the paper. So the paper is saturated in water, so I'll fill the page up with some leaves and putting various colours on different leaves. I used mainly forest moss, vintage photo and mustard seed. I did use some speckled eggs somewhere along the line, but not too many. But the process is you wet your paper, you put the ink on the leaves, and then you turn the leaf over onto the wet paper, give it a bit of a spray, and then put another piece of paper on top that you saturate with water before you put down. So you've got paper, water, leaf, water, paper, and just repeat the process, and used a few different colours to get some different results. Need to use a brayer in between to flatten the leaf down, spread out the ink, and then just continue repeating that process. I did 2 different lots. I did 4 sheets this way that you can see me doing now, where I had the paper flat on the desk, and the second lot I folded them in half and put the leaves in between the folds. And what I did was, instead of putting the ink onto the leaf and flipping it over, I put the leaf down on the paper and then put the ink on the leaf and then closed the paper over the top of it. So got a few different results. I think I like the second method better, but one of my papers did split down the middle. But anyway, I'll let you just watch this and you can see what I'm doing, and at the end I'll come back and show you the results. So it was absolutely mind-blowing results that I got from doing this. And as I say, I only have a handful of colours of ink, so I don't have a lot. I used a mixture of oxides and distress sprays. I'm going to experiment with including some other types of inks in there, and see how that goes too. So I've got some acrylic inks. I think they will work well as long as the paper is, I don't forget to wet the paper. A couple of times you might notice that I forget to wet the paper. After a while I got into the flow of it, and worked out okay. So another thing that you do once you finish stacking your paper up is to flatten it down with something heavy, and you leave it for about 30 minutes, and then when that time is up, it's just open up each sheet and apply some darker ink around the edge of the leaves. But you'll see it all happen, and I'll put some notes on the screen as well. So I hope you enjoy this, and stay tuned till the end where I'll have the big reveal, and the results are just stunning, absolutely stunning. Hope you enjoy it. Oh wow, that's the only word I can describe the way these papers turned out. Wow, wow, wow. If you want to try it, I wholeheartedly encourage you to do so. But you need the photographic paper. It won't work on the other. And this paper's so tough, you can wipe it and wet it and scrub it, and unless you fold it, which is what I did on my second lot, it's just remained so strong. Anyway, I'll show you how everything turned out. So this is the first lot I did with the papers flat, and this is the top page, like the page, so we've got a top and a bottom. So not too much happening there, although it's still beautiful, but wait till you see what's on the other side. Look at that. Not sure why this ended up with that greeny colour on it, but still beautiful. So this is the same, so this must have been the bottom, and that, yeah, that would have been the top. So that's the top of, that's the top of this. So this is the real one, and I just love this broken apart look about it. I don't care that the leaves aren't totally defined properly and that sort of thing. And on a couple I actually can see that the leaves moved. Might have been on the other ones. I'll show them to you soon. So the colours I used was mustard seed, excuse me, vintage photo, forest green, forest moss. I think that's all that was on there. And then when I lifted it and went around the outsides, I did, for these really dark things, that was ground espresso. So that's one. The gum leaves, and that's the other side of it as well. So that ended up with 3 sides. So yeah, so that's the order it would have been, I think. That's how it went. So yeah. So you've still got really good print on this side. Actually, I think I like this side better. See, that's just, I can't, it's beautiful. Love it. Yeah, here's another one. See, that looks like that, doesn't it? Looks like a mirror image, so that must have been the way it went. Anyway, that's besides the point. Did I show you this? I think I did. This is the other side of it. And the gum leaves, they didn't turn out that great, and I think it was because they probably weren't flat on the paper enough. It's still beautiful print. And then that's the back side. But the ones that turned out absolutely amazing were the ones that I folded in half. The only problem was the first one I did. I don't want to show it to you because it's like so wonderful. Yeah, the first one I did, it split down the middle, but only a little bit, but it won't matter. So this is the outside where it was folded like that. Let me just prepare the show. I just can't get over how good these turned out. So I feel like sending an email to Louisa and saying thanks for doing the research. This is the one that's split. So that's rose leaves and geranium. So on these ones I didn't flip the leaves. I put them on and then I closed over the top of them. So I can't remember what's the top and what's not, but how awesome is that? Look, where the caterpillar is eating the leaf, you can see that. There's still a little bit of oxidization there, but I did wipe most of it off. And so that would have been vintage photo and mustard seed mainly on there, I think, by the look of that. And on the back you've got a relatively nice print. Same with this one. These were, what leaves were they? I think these were the passion fruit vine leaves by the shape of them. I did reuse a couple of leaves from beforehand, but I can't remember which ones. So yeah, that's another great print. And the back's pretty good. This one, that looks like an insect crawling across there. I love that, even though that's the back of it. This one is really full on. It's very grungy. And it's got geranium leaves. And it's got salvia leaves, but my salvia plant is huge and the leaves are really big, so they were the smallest ones I could find. I think smaller leaves would have been better. So that was half a geranium leaf there, one there, and yeah, a passion fruit leaf there. This one was the one I sprayed a bit of pink onto the outside of it. That's just 2 salvia leaves. So I believe that would have been the way it was. I put the leaf down, put the ink on it, and then closed over the top. A couple of the leaves moved when I opened them up to do the edging a bit later on. Still love it though. Another outside, and look at this. This is my favourite. Geranium leaves. So I haven't got a lot of colours, but I do have some other inks, and this was made with a mixture of oxides and distress spray, so I'm thinking of trying with some of the other inks that I've got, which there's some acrylic inks. Not sure how they'll go, and they will dry really quickly if I don't get some water into them, but I'll give it a go anyway, and that'll be another video. This is where the one it moved. When I opened up the page to do the thing, the leaf had stuck to the top, so when I put it back down I didn't realise I hadn't got it in the right place. But the detail on here is just awesome. Look at that. It's stunning. And that's that one. The outside of this one. And this is passion fruit leaves. Love this one too. It reminds me of this here, like sun shining through something. And there's a bit of pink there, so I'm not sure whether I added it. I can't remember. I'd have to go back through the footage. It was amazing when I opened them up and I wiped the oxide away. It might still come off actually. I'm not sure. The ink won't be affected. I'll just see if it'll wipe away. It seems to. It just clarifies everything. Just beautiful. And this is the back. Oh yeah, squirted forest moss onto the back of this one. And these are geranium leaves, and I'm not sure what that one was. I think it was one of the leaves that I used earlier on. They stunk. Horrible. Horrible smell. So yeah. I can't wait. Can't wait to try it with some other colours. I don't want to go out and buy more inks. I just want to use what I've got. Anyway, that was a big success. Thanks, Louisa. So, yeah, give it a try. It's messy, and I have managed to get most of the ink off my hands, but my hands are just so dry, and I think it's from the ink that I had all over them, because I did it for 2 days. I'm making a botanical journal, so I want pages to go in that. Look at that. That's just... I'm in love. I'm in love with this. And I love this. It might look a bit messy, but when you fold it in half, when you see half of it, it's a completely different image, isn't it? This is rose leaf. It's beautiful. Even the gum leaves, which didn't turn out the best, when you fold it in half, it transforms. I love that. These ones, it's going to be hard to decide which side to use because they don't have a plain side like these ones do, which makes everything obvious. Alrighty, hope you get something out of that, and I will do another one and show some of the other colours, see how the acrylic inks interact with the distress sprays and the oxides. And I'll see you in another video, so cheers, thanks for watching, bye, hooroo.